Hello and welcome back to the G5 Family Channel. I hope you're having a great day. And I'm very excited about this new update on Starlink here in the Philippines. Now, if you've seen the video that I recorded about a month ago, I was extremely anticipating the possibility of Starlink coming to the Philippines sooner than later. And the main reason is we haven't yet, but we're going to buy a piece of property just outside of the city where wired internet is not yet available. So the prospect of having Starlink opens that up. We can move just outside of the city where we would like to build our house and then have great broadband internet. And I'll mention this as well. If you guys are watching this video and you're thinking about moving to the Philippines, or even if you already live here, this is great news for all of us. Now, if you live in Cebu or Manila or Davao or Dumaguete or any of the main cities, you're going to already have decent enough internet. You may not care about Starlink, but if you're in a situation where you live outside of those areas and internet service is limited, or like I said, you're moving over from the US to the Philippines, again, this is great news. All right. So let me get into the announcement. So today, the NTC, or the Philippines National Telecommunications Commission, has finally approved the registration of Starlink Internet Services Philippines, Inc., a subsidiary of Elon Musk's SpaceX, allowing the satellite internet provider to begin offering its services in the Philippines. In a statement, the NTC commissioner said Starlink has been approved as a value-added services provider, allowing direct access to satellite systems and the construction and operation of broadband facilities. The NTC also stated that it is steadfast in helping ensure that the rollout of Starlink's internet access service will be done expeditiously and professionally. Starlink, a low Earth orbit satellite system designed to bring broadband services to remote areas, is expected to offer low latency satellite internet in the country between 100 and 200 megabytes per second. Yeah, baby. The Philippines is said to be the first country in Southeast Asia to have Starlink broadband service, allowing remote access to enjoy broadband internet services that are currently difficult with the existing internet services. Starlink will provide coverage to villages in urban, suburban, and rural areas that remain unserved or underserved with the internet access services. SpaceX Council thanked the NTC for its prompt action, noting that Starlink's VAS license was issued 30 minutes after their submission of registration and complete requirements. This just shows the Philippines government's seriousness in addressing the connectivity needs across the Philippines in areas that have been unserved or underserved. This will also provide connectivity in the event of natural disasters and calamities. So it's May 27th. And the Department of Trade and Industry Secretary said Starlink is expected to jumpstart its operations before the end of June. Okay, so I want to show you something. Let me jump over to this other screen here. So on the left-hand panel, you'll see a little picture of the Philippines with some little white Starlink dots bopping around over the top. So I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe even 7, 8 or so, in proximity to the Philippines. And if you watch this long enough, you'll see those dots kind of bounce back and forth. I'm not a rocket scientist. I don't know how this stuff works. But the reason why I like looking at this is because it lets me know that there are satellites overhead. Okay. And then on the right-hand panel, in the other video I did a month ago, I've already gone through all of the instructions on how to do this. I'll drop a link to that video in the description. But basically, I want to see, I've already looked this up, but for your sake, I want to look. So Bacolod.
Negros, Occidental. So, yeah, there we go.
We'll just use this airport access. Now the airport is about, it's about 35 miles or 50 kilometers, give or take, away from here. So it's close enough. And then I'll hit order now. Let it process for a second. And I've already looked at this, but this is very exciting. So you'll see just above my head here, you'll see order now to reserve your Starlink. Starlink is targeting service in your area starting Q4 2022. 1 month ago, that said 2023, and it didn't pinpoint a quarter. It just said 2023. So here they've changed that to say Q4 2022. Availability is subject to regulatory approval. Within each coverage area, orders are fulfilled on a first come, first served. So with the news today, I am going to go ahead and sign up and pay my deposit. Now, as I said in the last video, I'll remind you here, paying the $99 now, it gets you on the waiting list, number one. So first come, first serve. The number two is it saves you $50 on the purchase of the equipment. So you sign up, you pay the $99. And by the way, the 99 bucks is refundable. So if something crazy happens, you can get your 99 bucks back. But the deposit actually saves you $50 on the purchase. So instead of paying $599, now you only have to pay $549 and plus shipping. But that's going to ensure that you get the system, as soon as possible and get up and running. Now, the service itself is priced at $110 a month, which if you live in the Philippines, that's a little bit of a bump to, I have broadband service here and I'm paying about $40 a month. So to jump to $110 a month, that's a big jump, but I think it'll be worth it. Even though I'm more or less satisfied with what I have now. But as I said at the beginning of the video, I'm planning on buying property just outside of the city. So that's when I'll actually need this. Okay, so that's it. I just wanted to share that news update. It's very exciting. We'll see how it all shakes out, of course, over the course of time. But in any case, thanks for watching this video. I hope you found it helpful. And if you haven't subscribed, please do. If you haven't hit the like button, why not? And we'll see you in the next video. Thanks. Have a great day.